images before your eyes are provided by Math's Town, who has licensed them to me by allowing me to become his Patreon and call that his licensing. The sounds you're hearing are a sacred vision meditation. Provided to me by Cerebral Pisces, permission given in 2018 sometime via Discord. Those images are pretty as well, but, you know, I do like I do. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grim Grizz YT live stream without Lemon Laughter soundtrack. Maybe a Hive Mind chat. I think I could still manage that, potentially. Potentially. I could do that. I could put your chat faces in there. Meanwhile, tonight we'll be responding to a clip released by Jonathan Pageau. Of him and Jordan Peterson's discussion. Blah-de-da, da-da-da. Oh, no, wait, what do you call it? The key difference between heaven and utopia. Jordan Peterson and Jonathan Pageau. The jokers to my left. There are clowns to my right. I am General Griswold Gaius Grimm of the First Larp Ingression. If you'd like to dox my host body, you can cash app $GrimGrizz $1,000. And that will reveal to you my legal fiction tied to this host body. Mwah. But it doesn't matter, we're on the internet here, folks. Remember that. Let me see if I can do this chat thing, though. Oh, I didn't change the title. But, you know, what do you expect from me? Two categories of results regarding quantum measurements are derived in this work and applied to the problem of collapse. The first category is concerned with local and transient features of the entanglement between a macroscopic measuring system and a measured one. These properties result directly from the Schrödinger equation. They cannot be formulated in terms of observables, do not affect the wave functions themselves, but express their history in an irreversible way. They carry a specific new kind of local probabilities which evolve with a finite velocity under nonlinear wave equations. The second category of results extends these local properties to the case of a macroscopic system and its environment. Fluctuations in the interaction are predicted then and generate a specific incoherence in the quantum state of the system. These two kinds of effects act together when a macroscopic measuring system interacts with a measured system and with an environment. Their combination yields then an explicit and effective mechanism of collapse. With a random behavior resulting from random incoherence, Bourne's basic probability rule for the results of measurements turns out then simply a consequence of quantum dynamics.
I'm interested in their thinking because they're trying to plot an optimistic course for the future.
Who? Who is this, Mr. Papa P? Who? Hi, guys.
I want to.
I didn't get your
talk
chat
a
up
little
here
bit
yet.
about heaven. And so I talked to Matt Ridley a while back and Bjorn Lomberg, and
All right, Matt Ridley of How Innovation Works and Why It Flourishes in Freedom. And perhaps also Bjorn Lomberg, A New Way to Solve Global Problems. How much of global problems cost the world? Wait, I wrote this book, Cool It. Cool It one time. It's now a major motion picture.
I'm interested in their thinking because they're trying to plot an optimistic course for the future, one where at the highest levels of social integration we decide how human society should look, at least insofar as we conceptualize how it might look if we addressed some of the major problems that beset us. But it's an attempt to make things better. It's an attempt to bring about something increasingly resembling heaven on earth. I mean, heaven is generally conceptualized. You can conceptualize it as a state of being. It might be the state of being that those people that you described live in.
Oh, you have some familiarity, Professor Peterson. Perhaps, perhaps an experience of God you had yourself, eh?
In the sun, it's a Mandela image. And for Jung, the Mandela was a symbol of the self. And the self was something that unfolds like music, which is actually why we like music. And I had a very intense religious experience at one point when I was contemplating that. I'd been reading Jung a lot at that point, like for months of intense reading. So this was back in 1985 when I was a graduate student, and I was listening to the Jupiter Symphony. This happened, man. So this happened. So I was really watching that Mandela, that quarter Mandela that I had made intensely, and listening to the music, trying to understand what the music was signifying. I was really concentrating hard on that Mandela, and I was standing in my living room, and then I had this very strange experience. The sky opening up and God sort of peering forth through the clouds. And that's exactly what seemed to happen to me, is that I had this sense. It was like a vision, although I was still in my living room and knew it. But inside the theater of my imagination, I could feel the sky opening up. Now, the only way I can really think about it is that it was something like another dimension. And then I could feel this force descend upon me. Classically, something like the Holy Ghost, I suppose. And it filled me with this intense sense of paradisal, I don't know how to say it. Well, it was like being in heaven for some brief period of time.
Like that?
I've had paradisal experiences where everything transformed itself into something that was perfect, that appeared perfect. And I was unable to stay in those frames of mind. The heaven, I could feel myself transformed, transmuted as a consequence of this experience. It was as if I was in the presence of something that was living, and I suppose that was an experience of God, if you want to put it that way. That's certainly what it seemed like, and I felt that I could live that way. I could live transfigured like that permanently if I desired it, and I thought, I don't know how I would act. I don't know how I would interact with people. I don't know how people would interact with me. I just don't think that I could do it. And then I felt that whatever had descended, it seemed that as if it was sorrowful, and it departed from me slowly. And heaven, is that something we build? Is that something? I don't understand the relationship between the heaven that awaits us, let's say, after we die. That's the idea, and what we build here on earth. Do those touch? Is that the doctrine? There's so much of this doctrine I don't understand at all.
I think a way to see it has to do with attention again, and it has to do with a hierarchy of attention. If you try to build heaven, you're going to fail. You're going to fail miserably because you're not aiming high enough. Right, you're aiming, and then you get stuck in these weird world of opposites that you don't even understand the side effects of what you're doing.
That's where I'm at. That's where I am right now. I'm stuck in this weird world of opposites. Dr. Pageau, like demonetized. What? Joker's to the left. He's to the left. To the left. He's a necromancer. He's building a following of brain-eating zombies who think the brains that spew out of his mouth are delicious. Jordan Peterson's an even bigger necromancer. And like all day today on Twitter, he was like, "Oh, look at my number of zombies. Look at my number of zombies. Watch. This Jonathan Pageau guy says he knows me. He says he knows me. He says he knows me. Did you know he says, I'm going to show you. He says he knows me. This icon carver, iconographer, editor of an Orthodox art journal, and a public speaker and YouTuber exploring symbolisms in all its forms. See, look at, ooh, reaching 100,000 subscribers today. Ooh, reaching 1 million views. Look at all the zombies I wield. Look at all my obedient slaves as we build our philosopher king utopia together, Dr. Peterson.
And so for one person, heaven will look like if everything could be perfectly ordered, then, right? And then we know what that looks like. And another person will look at heaven and think if everything could be free, if we could all just be free, and then that we know what that looks like. And so the idea is to look higher. There's a story that I've been
we have to strive for something better, but then we end up in, which is what you're saying, is that we end up with the Tower of Babel, or we end up with the flood, or we end up with
Whoa, you don't know where to aim? Let me help you with that, sir and madame. Oh, here's some more of that sound. Do you like that sound? And these pictures? Let me look over here then. This is where I will do the looking for the thing I'm looking for. That way you can watch this and hear this sound. This is the way I'm considerate of you. You should see how nice I am to the D-Live folks. That they let me do all sorts of things over there. It's almost like I have freedom of speech, but only because they're not looking very close, you know. They're just getting by trying to sell their crypto coins. Their lemons. I get a nice rake and churn going so the platform knows I know, you know. Anyway, you should come by. Meanwhile, I have this for you. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Like, it's my holy quest to break the fourth wall, and like, everybody can do this. It's just people. Look, guys in the rooms talking to cameras. Ah! But I don't know. All the Bolsheviks watching me over here. I wanted to come on and do a petition for a redress of grievances, because I don't think I can do that. And so I figured the best way to, like, these guys over here, they have this fancy website, Restoring the Republic, one citizen at a time. Original intent is preparing a proper petition for redress of grievance. Despite the public rhetoric that has accompanied some other petitions, original intent feels a commitment to do the job properly. Alright, that's not very big for you to see, but look, this is them. I think we should be able to do it by video. I think this should be my video affidavit, and if you need to look up my legal fiction for it to map onto, whatever. I have some grievances I would like you to address. Nation that claims to own my numbers, my stock value. First of all, I think my social security number should be a publicly traded commodity, so people can invest directly into me via my social security number. Like that guy, I'm betting his value is gonna go up, his stock. Like, assign me a cryptocurrency, like the Grim Grizz coin, and let people buy the shit out of that or something. And this thing, you're making all this money out of. You watch what I browse, and you have the cookies you give me, and you're like, hey, I got this guy's cookies. What commercials you got over here for him, eh? I'll buy those commercials. You have his cookies. Cut me in on that shit so I can eat and buy things that you show me the commercials for. You selfish jackholes. This is my grievance. You're not cutting us in at all. And like you had Visa and MasterCard tax us, okay? Like every time I use the little plastic, they get a cut. That's a tax. Why do they get the taxes? Why do we issue a plastic that says the government card? Okay? That's it. Then let that pay the transaction fee. Not Visa. Who the fuck is Visa? Where's that money going? I mean, You guys are, oh, the war on human contact is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Are you trying to depopulate? Is it like all the other agendas to reduce the population not effective enough for you? You don't let people smile at each other on the street anymore? No, cover your smile. No smiling at each other. Wear those surrender flags. I'm scared of dying. I'm so scared of dying. Well, aren't you scared of living like this? Look, Trump went to the thing in North. We're the new North Korea. That's why they want the wall on the south so you can't get out, you dumbasses. These are my grievances. Where do these go? Where do these grievances go? Internet, tell me now. Anyway, oh, wait, Peterson shit. Yeah, that's right. You guys, Papa Peterson. Papa Peterson, get on your fucking knees, Jonah. You're in the whale right now. You're in the fucking whale. Oh, Welcome to the Grim Chris YouTube stream. Maybe they'll throw me off one day. A boy can try. Boy man can try. I hope you're having a good time. I did want to show you a thing that I'm looking for right now. And that's not very exciting for you, but that you probably need to recover from that last thing I just did. And like go tell your friends, dude, this guy is losing it on the internet, quick. No, wait. No one's here. Fuck. I'm Shadow Bland. I gotta be Shadow Bland. It's the only possible explanation. That is the only possible explanation. Alright, was it Peterson related? Was it Descartes? What was it? Jeebs. Alright, random fate. Click on the thing. What is it? What does he want to do? The Pageau knows you, jackass. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's alright. That's a generous invitation with Stein, Schmachtenberger, Peterson, and Pageau. At the end of which... God, that starts hot, huh? Look at Zach Stein whispering hot shit in my ear.
Bishop of the Bohemian Brethren.
Bishop of the Bohemian Brethren.
Uniting, trying to bring
economical uniting.
During
And this is part. This guy I slayed on Sorting Channel.
There's a lot of catastrophic risks.
He like calls Schmachtenberger back from a piss. It's great.
Hopeful opportunities.
Double G. I'm the double G, mother. Good game, bitch.
I think it's been.
See, he just got back from taking the piss. What a jackass.
There are things
Then
already happening that
Is superior. Augustine, I have
that's loud
appreciation
though.
for Augustine.
I gotta
but
do volumes better.
I mean, I think St. Gregory of Nyssa is superior to Augustine in terms of what he brings. So, yeah. So Griswold Grimm. I know who you are, my friend. So he says, paintball for Jesus.
You heard him say it? Look, it stops at 2:33.
Griswold Grimm. I know who you are, my friend.
You know who am I? Because I need to be put in my place. I'm very confused about who I am, Mr. Pageau. Would you please send me an email or a tweet or come on my Lemon stream and talk to me about it? Because I don't. Please help.
Brings. So, yeah. So Griswold Grimm. I know who you are, my friend. So he says, paintball for Jesus, for or against. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, see, you don't even know. But you know why you don't know? Because you don't watch Vanderklay. Vanderklay has the paintball for Jesus. Let's see, does it actually come up? Paintball, come on, YouTube algorithm. Don't let me down. Paintball for Jesus. Here we go. Come on. Oh, that's a good session. But that's me on sorting. Let's give that one a view.
Different groups of Christians. Yeah.
This past what stream finished?
We're just noshing on Netflix.
Shit. Okay, there. Noshing on Netflix. You Netflix Christians. That's what I call you. You know who owns that? And you let your wives and children watch that programming and say, oh. Anyway, shit. I'm sorry. That's rude. Didn't I do it? Yes, I did. It's over here. Hey, Glove! Shane, good to see you both. Glad you are here. I appreciate your support and your views to let me know I am not alone right now. I am explaining. Pageau does not know what paintball for Jesus is, and in case anybody does not know what paintball for Jesus is, And I think these two fellas might not know because they're looking for something that's better than what we have now, but not catastrophic.
The strive for something better, but then we end up in, which is what you're saying, is that we end up with the Tower of Babel, or we end up with the flood, or we end up with the catastrophe, continual catastrophe of unintended consequences. But as you yourself said, we are aiming for something better. And so the question is, how do you pursue utopia while avoiding the pitfalls? And that's
This is how.
Well, so I don't know. Where do you want to take this? Where do you want to go? What do you want to talk about?
Well, you talk to a whole lot of different groups of Christians.
Yeah.
And I am a person who fell into video games are better than life.
Yeah.
Generally.
Minecraft is better than this.
As a group of Christians, to consider a paintball league. Now, yeah, I know on the surface it's funny, but like the Catholics versus the Baptists shooting each other in paintball would get the kids in their bodies, give them a little bit of experience with urban combat just in case. But honestly, like deep down, like if I look at what has happened to human society, like I pull back as far as I can.
Yeah.
And I see that, like Joseph Campbell says, we lost the rite of passage. Like the Jewish guys still do whatever they do, but like the rest of us, like there's no point when somebody pulled me aside and say, "You're a man now," you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got to drink and I got to drive and I got, those rites of passage, but nobody said, all right, unless you knock somebody up and they show up at the door with the responsibility.
Dude, this is so October, though.
That you don't ever have to grow up.
It's worse now, bro.
You just, all you have.
Okay, to be fair, I was coming in easy on them, because it was still October now. We're at 1 year today, I think, was the anniversary of the new normal. And like I'm rural, so it doesn't even hurt yet. But geez, this is a war on human contact thing, guys. It's probably too late for Paintball for Jesus, but to the extent that you're not doing anything at all, Paintball for Jesus is way better than what we have planned. I mean, I'm looking into hobo symbols and like how I'm gonna eat when I don't take the mark, and you guys are, I don't know, wielding armies of influence where you're just feeding them and they're feeding you. And do I have to build a herd of my own zombie followers to have anything redressed? This backwards society thing? This clown world. People are even calling it clown world, and like nobody. Hey, we know. Hey. I missed the bus, okay? I missed the rapture. I don't know how it happened. But if we're going to stay here, you guys are going to have to LARP better people. Like, I don't know. Okay, I do know. I'm lying. Here's what's going to happen, guys. I'm building an army. Pageau's building a symbolic army. I'm building a LARP army. And the LARP gate opens on September 19th, which is Talk Like a Pirate Day, by the way. And what's going to happen is they're going to show up in an army of this uniform here. Not without the hoodie. The hoodie's for the dark side of the Force people. Not this LARP gate army I'm building. This is the good guys, you see. We're going to have not this beanie, because I haven't got the actual second piece of the uniform yet. But this is the first piece of the uniform. Any baseball sleeve with your favorite slogan works. But the Truth Matters one is, I don't know, the official true uniform, right? And then, no, not this. I want one of these to do my research. If you want to bribe me to not LARP gate, this is what I need for the next phase of my research. But as part of the True Uniform Part 2, instead of this Colorado beanie, because I've been there, I know. That was a frog. This is the second part. We'll be in these kinds of beanies, the Faraday beanies. That's the second part of the uniform. We're all going to Dallas, where you have the underground CERN, and we're going to do the movements from the OA whenever you try to open your little portal, and either we're going to ride the hell off to a different galaxy, or we're going to stop you influencing all the, influx of all the demons. That's the army I'm building. That's what we're going to do. Big fancy dance in Dallas in September. Completely mess with your CERN stuff. That's it. Hello, YouTube. I'm Griswold Grimm. Clowns to my right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Okay, so that was me trying to stream on YouTube. I'm going to go crawl back to my D-Live hole for a while. I might pop out again next month. Big love, everybody. Happy viewings. Well played, Sourdy. Well fucking played.